Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. As we all know, plastic is everywhere nowadays. People are using it endlessly just for their comfort. However, just a few people realize how it's harming our planet. And as of 2015, over 6.9 billion tons of plastic waste were generated. Only 9% was recycled and 12% is incinerated. So, and a whopping 79% is put in landfill or litter in our environment. So the question is, should plastic be banned? And this question is also the topic of our presentation. The purpose of this presentation is to help people to understand better the problem of pollution caused by plastic. First, I would like to introduce to you 6 members of our group. First is me, Nguyễn Phương Linh, Lê Lam Ngọc Hân, Hoàng Thu Hiền, Nguyễn Bảo Hân, Trần Ngọc Song Thư, and Vũ Ngọc Thùy Dương. The topic can be looked at under the following contents: introduction, methodology, data analysis, identify weak arguments, consolidating arguments from oppositions, and finally, conclusion. First, introduction. Plastic are low-cost, lightweight, and long-lasting material that can be easily modified into a wide range of good use in a number of applications. Because plastic have just been mass-produced for around 60 years, their environmental lifetime is unknown. Most plastic are not degradable, but are excessively durable, and so the bulk of polymers created today will survive at least for decades. And large amounts of end-of-life plastic are collected in landfills and as members of the natural environment, causing waste management challenge as well as environmental harm. And for this reason, our team decided to research, analyze, and give opinions on the topic: should plastic be banned? Second, methodology. We have analyzed the information and data by giving reason for banning the use of plastic. We also analyzing the possibility of plastic recycling and identify its advantages and disadvantages of recycling by analyzing the fallacy. Through a survey as well as analysis from experts, they show that every year up to 68 million tons of plastic are produced in the world. According to a survey on the use of single-use plastic in Vietnam, Ms. Trương Thị Thu Giang, Deputy Director of Marketing Department of a travel company, said that no plastic cup or plastic straw are served during the tour. On average, a travel company generates 47,000 packs per year, 60,000 plastic cups per year, and 2.5 million bottles of mineral water for annual tour guests, and 2.9 million other plastic items during the trip tours as well as tourist activities. So, they came to the idea that using alternative materials instead of plastic. In Vietnam, there are many materials close to nature, easy to find everywhere, such as banana leaves, bamboo, or products made from rice and flour. So it won't be too difficult to find substitute. However, there are still many challenges when it comes to banning single-use plastic. For example, a young person often use online food delivery service, but restaurants mainly use disposable plastic bag, box, and spoon. While some restaurants use friendly box, the prices are very high. So another issue is reconsidering the cost of producing alternative material. Think about the recycling issue as well as the production problems for alternative materials. And so the next part is data analysis will be presented by Song Tu.
So let's move to my part. My name is Thu, and this part is about the data analysis. So I will explain why the use of plastic waste should be forbidden. We can see that the amount of plastic waste is increasing at an alarming rate in everyday life. To demonstrate this point, consider of the following table I have made to demonstrate the amount of plastic waste that is released into our country, especially Vietnam, in the year of 2019. So we can see that every day houses and business discharge the large amount of rubbish garbage collector, but the garbage collector is not large enough to collecting these discharge for recycle. So this is very pollute in our environment. So the second point to explain the reason why to ban the plastic bags. So that is plastic waste produced from non-recycled materials. So in the natural environment, plastic trash is extremely difficult to degrade. In each of plastic has a varying length of years to decompose, ranging from hundreds to thousands of years. And as I said, it takes 1,000 years for a plastic bag to degrade in a landfill. Unfortunately, the bag don't break down completely, but instead photo-degrade, that means using the light of the sun, becoming microplastic that absorb toxins and continuing to pollute the environment. So this is the table that we can see that the amount of plastic waste using by household and how the collector is very opposite together. So the fourth is about the plastic bag threaten the animal and aquatic life. So animals that eat plastic waste may die, putting them at risk of extinction and disrupting the ecosystem. Plastic garbage that isn't correctly managed will have a direct impact on the environment, air, and water. So the last of the reason why we have to ban the plastic bag is that it costs roughly 3 to 5 cents each, and secondly it have for cleaning view it have cost around 17 cents per bag, and for the taxpayer we have to pay about the $88 per year on an average for plastic bag charge. So you can see that a free bag wasn't free after all. So let's move to the part 4. Identify the weak argument. So I have the first example for you is that this plastic can be used for everything. No one has proven it is wrong. So this is the fallacy appeal to ignorance. Why I say that? Because I have 4 points of view to explain. First of all, plastic packaging is suited for any product. I mean, any product can use this plastic to package it. It's very convenient for we because it is cheap, easy to manufacture, and transportability. The second is that we use plastic used for food packaging are recycled. It means the food using plastic for package can be recycled. So that means, as I said, that it produced at a low cost, which is the plastic bag. So in recent years, people find way to minimize using plastic bag by using the leaf material dominating. So let's move to the second example. That is, plastic is free and used only once. So this fallacy is weak analogy. Why I say that? Because excessive deforestation for the paper industry, as well as increased cotton production, require large amount of water. The material that can be alternated was sought as early as the 1960s. So the plastic bag was invented. Plastic is free, but not because of that. People just carelessly throw away the usable bags. So that is the end of my point.
So then Taeyong will talk about the next fallacy.
Every plastic can be recycled, so what's the problem? Although most types of plastic can be recycled multiple times in theory, the situation with research and information about plastic packaging is dire. All used plastic can be recycled into new products, but the cost of collecting, sorting, and melting it down is prohibitive. Biodegradable plastic, according to sellers, are the solution. Many corporations are taking advantage of the increased awareness of the issue by launching biodegradable products on the market without considering their long-term consequences. Biodegradable polymers have three major drawbacks. Biodegradability requires a timeline and certain conditions. Biodegradable plastics must be taken to an industrial composting facility and heated and mulched on a regular basis. There are no labeling requirements. People can have biodegradable plastics or bioplastic made out of 90% regular plastic polymer and 10% biomass sources, or even just regular plastics products marketed as biodegradable. The impact of biodegradable plastics throughout their life cycle. Because biodegradable objects are so identical to plastic, they inflict the same harm. And we have the last one, consolidating arguments from oppositions. Plastic is an affordable and readily available material that cannot be rejected. The fallacy of appeal to ignorance has raised the issues that we face, which are still present in our everyday lives but remain unsolved. The second reason why plastic bags should be banned is that plastic bags are usually free with every purchase and can only be used once. The reality is not so. When people come back from shopping with plastic bags, most people will not throw them away, but use them because plastic bags are durable. The issue is that plastics is difficult to break down and can only be recycled a certain number of times. Because plastic takes hundreds of thousands of years to disintegrate, the majority of it is still usable. The use of biodegradable polymers is the ultimate concern. Microorganisms should be able to quickly digest sublime polymers, and they should eventually disappear from our environment. This may aid in the reduction of climate change. Microplastics and littering its use. In 2009, The Guardian revealed that one kind of biodegradable plastic contains significant quantities of lead and cobalt. raising concern about the toxicity of what remains after the deterioration process. And we have the conclusions. The goal of this report is to provide a perspective and analysis on whether the products and use of plastics should be completely prohibited, and as well as possible replacement measures. And it can be accused that banning plastics is extremely difficult because it could cause a slew of problems. Because of its usefulness, removing it from the economy and people's lives will be a long and difficult journey. But it's not out of the questions. There are already some countries with very effective plastic waste reduction initiatives. People will be afraid to change their habits because life has a tendency to become more and more comfortable. As a result, preserving the environment from plastic waste and providing a good future for the next generation will be a difficult journey for all of us. So we need to know that if we are troublesome and release a plastic pipe into the environment, we will take away a tree for our children. Let's take a serious look at plastic and take action right away. We are not too late to make a difference, and there is still time to do so. The important question is whether we want to or not. And thank you very much for listening.